Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We're going to have some 1978 New York Yankees baseball, and it's May 12th, and we got the Yankees traveling to Kansas City to take on the Royals. And let's take a look at the New York Yankees starting lineup for this game. We got Mickey Rivers leading off, playing center field. Batting second, playing second, Willie Randolph. Batting third, doing the catching, the captain, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, doing the DH, is Lou Piniella. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh, playing third base, is Greg Nettles. Batting eighth, playing left field, is Roy White. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Bucky Dent. And on the mound for the New York Yankees will be Figueroa. Now the hometown Kansas City Royals starting lineup, leading off, playing left field will be Willie Wilson. Batting second, playing right, is Tom Poquette. Batting third, doing the DH, is Hal McRae. Batting fourth, playing third base, is Al Collins. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Darrell Porter. Batting sixth, playing center field, Amos Otis. Batting seventh, playing first base, Clint Hurdle. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Freddie Patek. Batting ninth and playing second base is Frank White. And on the mound for the Kansas City Royals is Paul Splittoff. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started. And leading off for the New York Yankees is Mickey Rivers. He's batting .263 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 15 RBIs. Paul Splittoff is pitching in his 8th game. He's 5-0 with a 1.86 ERA. And here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Al's up with it. He's going to fire over to Hurdle at first. That'll be out number 1. And now we got Willie Randolph coming up to the plate. And as you can see, the Yankees record, they're 19-7. They have scored 149 runs. They have hit 52 homers, stolen 17 bases, and been caught 5 times. Kansas City is 11-16 with 100 runs scored, 28 home runs, have 29 stolen bases and been caught 15 times. Willie Randolph is up batting .314 with a homer and 11 RBIs on the year. And here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And we're going to move these first. We'll do the ground ball down the short so we don't forget. But then we're going to make some adjustments here to this stadium. We're going to move the second baseman and even maybe the first and the outfielders. Might move everybody around a little bit here. Give me 1 second. We'll get this field straightened out the way we like it. Okay. Move first base over a little. Move second base over to here. Shortstop over here. Move third base over here. Left field, we'll put him there. And right field, we'll put him there. And that should do it. Now we should be ready to roll here. Hey, Aaron. Aaron Reed joins us here as we're making a little bit of adjustment so the field looks a little better. And we got 2 outs now. And up to the plate is going to come the captain, Thurman Munson. That's a little better. Things are spread out a little better there. And Munson is batting .311 on the year, 3 homers and 18 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Paul strikes out Munson. The Yankees go down in order. Yankees nothing. Kansas City coming to the plate with Wilson, Poquette, and McCray due up here. And Wilson's batting .247. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. He'll be going up against Ed Figueroa. This is Ed's 6th start of the year. He's 4-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Willie Wilson. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll be out number 1. And Tom Poquette comes up to the plate. And Tom's batting .235 with 3 homers, 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie and right. He makes the catch, 2 up and 2 down. And Hal McCray now up to the plate. And McCray's batting .230 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 12 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Figueroa strikes out the last batter he faces. It's like deja vu all over again. And we got a scoreless game going to the top of the second. We'll have Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss due up here. Reggie batting .313, 12 homers, and 30 RBIs. And that's going to be against a lefty. That'll make him a 21. And the rains are coming down right now, folks, here in Hagerstown. That'll be a fly ball out of right field. That's one to put the right thing in. There we go. Here we go already, the game being slow. This is going to be ridiculous, it looks like. Going to irritate me. Now we got Piniella up. Lou's batting .312. He's got 2 homers and 12 RBI. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Lou's going to get a board here. It brings up Chris Chambliss now. Chambliss on the year is batting .320. And he has 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Al's not that great of a fielding first baseman. And that's a 24 on a 3. And that'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the lead runner. But that'll be all they get. So now there's 2 outs. And Greg Nettles was 1-0 lead here. And here's the pitch to Nettles. Like I say, we're long. Nettles is batting .240. He's got 5 homers, 16 RBIs. And that'll be against the lefty. That'll be 22 on a 9. And that is going to be a single. So we got first and second now on 2 outs. And up to the plate will step Roy White with a runner in scoring position. Can he get the Yankees on the board here? And sorry about this. I could tell it was going to crash, guys. You could see it coming. See it coming. I don't know if it's the weather or the game. I'm blaming the game, not the weather. It is pouring and thundering and lightning. But this has been happening when it's been beautiful out too. Waiting for the game to reboot up. Thanks for being patient, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, gosh. I'm trying to enjoy myself, relax, and this is what happens. Annoying as hell. Annoying as hell. Please wait. That's all I've been doing is please waiting. Should not take this long for this to load up. That's been the issue. For some reason, it seems like it's taking up a lot of memory and really slow. Don't understand it. Used to be a very quick loading game. Alrighty. We got first and second if it ever comes up. Please waiting, black screen and all. Mm. And finally, back to the game. First and second, Roy White up at the plate batting 259, 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank White, the White and White show. And he'll throw over to first, and that'll end the inning. Maybe, if it'll let me. So the Yankees strand two. We go to the top of the third, on bottom of the second. It's not going to get rid of this pop-up. That's just wonderful, too. And I believe we lost sound to this game. I tell you. Just a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Bear with me, please. Get rid of these pop-ups. 18. Mm. It doesn't want to get rid of this. Finally. All right. We got Collins, Porter, and Otis due up here in the bottom of the second. It's a nothing game. And we're 20 minutes into this visit. And Al is batting 302. He's got 4 homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Ed Figueroa strikes out to lead off this second inning. That'll bring up Daryl Porter now. And Porter is batting 229 on the year. And we got the sound back, it seems like. And he's got 3 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a comebacker to the Figueroa. He fires over to first, and that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Amos Otis. And Amos is batting 299 on the year. With 2 homers and 6 RBI. And that'll be a fly ball out the Rivers and center. That'll end the inning, folks. And the Royals 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the third. We got Dent, Rivers, and Randolph due up here for the and Bucky's batting 277 on the year. He's got a homer and 12 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart at short. Fires over to first for out number 1. You see the Kansas City upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here against the Town, and then the Twins come after that. We're back to the top of the order. Mickey Rivers, he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball this time down the second. That'll be out number 2. And that'll bring up Willie Randolph now. The Yankees get something. As Randolph is 0 for 1 this day. He has grounded out the shortest first time up, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And now in the inning, the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the third we go. We got Hurdle, Packett, and White due up here, bottom part of Kansas City. And Clint Hurdle's batting 289. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off of Ed Figueroa. That'll be Kansas City's first base hit, and that's going to be a double into the gap in right field. So a leadoff double by Kansas City's got the go-ahead run there. Packett's up now. See if Ed can pitch around this mess against Fred. And Packett's batting 268 on the year. He's got no homers and 7 RBIs, a runner down no for him, and he gets a hold of this. So all of a sudden, Ed's having a rough third inning, and that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. Home run by Packett. It makes this a 2-0 ball game. Now we go to Frank White up. Nobody on, nobody out here in the third. That's a 2-0 can lead as White comes to the plate batting 287 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that'll be against the righty 17. That'll be a fly ball in the left field. Roy White will make the catch against Frank White. And the White and White goes on and on. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order and Willie Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1 today. And Wilson has grounded out the third his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the second. And that'll be a quick 2 outs after the 2 runs. So now there's 2 outs. It's up to Tom Pope. Tom is 0 for 1. He has flown out the right first time up. And against it will be a fly ball in the center field this time. That'll end the inning. But Kansas City scores 2 on the 2-run homer. And we go to and Pinella due up here. See if the Yankees can get those runs right back. Thurman is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. That'll be out number 1. Brings up Reginald Jackson here. Reggie's 0 for 1 today. Can he get aboard here with 1 out? Bring Like I say, we got Reggie up now with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch to Reggie, batting .310. He flew out the right the first time up, and he gets a hold of this one. Let's see what Reggie can do with this pitch. And that ball is hit into right field. That'll be a base hit. So Reggie gets him board here with a 1 out hit. That brings the tying run up in Lou Piniella. And Pinellas, he singled his first time up. Can he keep this perfect game going here? Get the Yankees some runs. They're down 2-0. And here's the pitch to Lou. And that's going to be hit down to out in center field. Amos Otis is a hell of a fielder out there. 55 on a 3. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a single in the center field, runner to second. So Amos cuts it off. And we got first and second now with 1 out for Chris Chambliss. See if Chris can do some damage here. Runner in scoring position. Tying run down at first. Go ahead run now at the plate. Chambliss is 0 for 1 today. He has reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they might go around the horn here and get the double play. And that's what they do. They don't go around the horn, though. Al's going to step on third, fire over to first. And that's going to be a 5-5-3 double play to end the inning. Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-0 Kansas City. You got McRae, Towns, and Porter due up here in the bottom of the 4th. Excuse me. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. That'll be out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Al Collins comes to the plate now. And Al is 0 for 1 today. Can Ed shut them down in order and get the Yankees back up here, try to get those 2 runs back. Al struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Bucky's got it for out number 1. Out number 2, rather. And that'll bring up Daryl Porter now. Nobody on and 2 outs. And Porter's 0 for 1 today. And he grounded out to the pitch his first time up. That'll be a base on balls. That'll be the first walk given up by Figueroa. Amos Otis is up now with a runner down at first and 2 outs. And Amos is 0 for 1. So Ed couldn't shut him down in order, but he can keep him from scoring here in the bottom of the 4th. And Amos flew out the center his first time up. Reggie got it. That'll win the inning. Kansas City strands 1. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 2-0 Kansas City. We got Nettles, White, and Denta, bottom 3 in the order. Can they do something here against Paul? Paul's pitching a nice game. Hasn't given up a run. The Yankees have gotten some hits. Just can't get them across the plate. Speaking of hits, Nettles is 1 for 1 today. And that'll be a grounder down the short. That'll be out number 1. Roy White comes to the plate now. White's 0 for 1. Can he get a 1 out rally started here? Yankees need to get some runs. They've been shut out so far through 4 1/3. And here's the pitch to White. He grounded out the second his first time up. That's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Willie Wilson's out there. And that's going to be a single. And White's going to get the second on the air by Wilson, being E7. So now you got a runner in scoring position with an out, and Bucky Dent comes to the plate. See if Bucky can get over here and cut his lead in half. Bucky is 0 for 1 today. Let's see if the old Georgia Peach here, Bucky Dent, can come through. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that'll be 2 down. So we're back to the top of the order. So it's up to Mickey Rivers here with 2 outs to drive White in. And Mick is 0 for 2 today. See. He is grounded out twice, once the third, once second. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one is going to be down the first. And Clint Hurdle's got it. He tosses it over to Paul Covering. And that'll be out number 3. The Yankees strand another. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Kansas City. Bottom part of the order to up Hurdle, Hackett, and White. Bottom 3 for Kansas City. But they're holding on to this 2-0 lead here. This Hurdle had doubled and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fires over to first. That'll be out number 1. And Packett's up now. He hit the 2-run homer earlier in the game to give this Kansas City the 2-0 lead that they got. See if Ed Figueroa can get him this time. And here's the pitch to Freddie. And that's going to be a rare play on a 39 and a 13. 13 and a 39 is a 23. That'll be hit back to the mound. Have to re-roll some dice. And a 25, that'll be filling column 1. And that's a line drive hit right at it. He makes a nice stab at it, catches it for out and ends himself and gets out of that mess. We're down to Frank White now. Frank is 0 for 1 today. Nobody on, 2 outs. And Figueroa have a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch to plate. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning. Kansas City goes down in order. To the top of the 6th we go. We got Randolph, Munson, and Jackson due up here. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Can they deliver here and gives some run support to Ed Figueroa? Ed's trying to go 5-0 on the season. And Willie struck out and ground out the short. And he gets a hold of this one. See where he drives this ball to. 11. That ball is going to drop in the left center field. Amos gets over there, cuts it off, holds Willie to a single. So Randolph's down at first with nobody out, and Thurman Munson up now. So can the Yankees get that lead runner across the plate here for a run? As Munson is 0 for 2 today. So you see the Yankees' upcoming schedule. They got 2 more here in Kansas City. Then they go to Chicago and then on to Cleveland. Here's the pitch to Munson. He struck out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this one. Can he tie this game up, folks? One swing of the bat. Nope, that'll be a double in the right field. Though, let's see here. With nobody out, will he try to score? Tom's got a damn good arm out there. He's got a cannon. Willie's got great speed. And he's going to stop at third with nobody out. We got first and second. Second and third now for Reggie Jackson. One swing of the bat here. Reggie could tie this game up or maybe even give the Yankees the lead here. Jackson is singled his last time up. Yankees will take that. Try to tie this ball game up. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be a 64. That's going to be a ground ball down the second, I believe. That's going to be right out in front of the plate. And Porter jumps down. Let's see what he does with this. He's a good catcher. And he's going to get the runner out at home here. Ball was hit down the first. And Kirtle comes home with it. So now we got first and third and one out. Yankees want to see there. Now Lou's up. Can Lou do something here? Lou's having a great game. He's 2 for 2. Can he get the Yankees aboard here? He has singled both times up. And that's going to be against the lefty. A 14. And that is going to be a single in the right field. And that'll get Jackson down to third. We still got first and third, folks. And still one out. And it's a 2-1 game. And the lead in half. And up to the plate now is Chris Chambliss as Legends joins us here today. Check out Legends Sports Universe, great channel. And Chambliss is 0 for 2. He has reached on an error and grounded into the 5-5-3 double play. And not this time, folks. Chris squares it up, and all of a sudden, and that ball is hit into the gap out in deep center field. Amos can't get to it. And Lou with one out. He doesn't have very good speed. Let's see here. I think they're going to send him out. A 26, a 52 or lower. He's safe at the plate. And a 45, he's safe. That's a 2 RBI double by Chambliss. And that makes it a 3-2 ball game. Yankees take the lead on the Chambliss double. They go out and talk to Paul. Now we got a runner down at second and still only one out. Yankees up by 1. He finally figured out Paul this inning. And that'll bring Greg Nettles up. He's 1 for 2 today. He has singled and grounded out the short. Here's the pitch to Greg. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball's driven into left center field. And that'll score Chambliss. Back-to-back doubles. Nettles down at second now. Roy right up to the plate. And it's a 4-2 ball game. Double your pleasure, double your fun, double the lead to 2 runs instead of 1. And that'll bring up Mr. Roy White. The bottom part of this lineup's doing some damage here. He's 1 for 2 today as Jimmy Jam stops in. And Roy is 1 for 2. He's grounded out and singled his last time, made it to second on the air. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be out number 2. Nettles will stay put with 2 outs. He's already in scoring position. Let's see if Bucky Dent can make this a 3-run lead. Bucky is 0 for 2 today. I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland, Jimmy Jam. Yeah, Hagerstown, Maryland. And here's the pitch to Bucky. He is 0 for 2, grounded out, short and flew out to center. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Paul strikes him out to end the inning. But the Yankees score 4 on some doubles by Chambliss and Piniella and take a 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. We'll have the top of the order due up here for Kansas City: Wilson, Poquette, and McRae. Willie is 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out the 3rd and grounded out the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Ed, now with the lead for the first time. And right away, he grooves one for Willie Wilson. And Wilson hits that ball out in the left center field, and that's going to roll a little bit. And with his speed, that's going to be a leadoff triple. So Wilson down at 3rd, nobody out. Looks like nobody wants to keep the lead here. Yankees will play back with a 2-run lead. Oh, you're from Chicago? Cool. The Windy City. So we got a runner down at 3rd in scoring position for Tom. Tom's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. That'll get the run in. Let's see, maybe not. A 41 on an 8. Let's make sure. 41 on an 8. He might get him. And yeah, that'll be out at 1st. The runner will score. So it's now a 1-run ball game. Nobody on, 1 out for McRae. Yankees trying to hang on here. Up 4-3. And McRae is 0 for 2. Can Ed get out of this without a crooked number being put up? McRae has struck out and flown out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fires over the Chambliss for out number 2. Now Cowens comes up to the plate. And Cowens is 0 for 2 today. Yankees like to get out of this inning with only 1 run, go to the top of the 7th with the top of the lineup due up. And Rivers, Randolph, and Munson. Al Cowens is struck out and popped up to short. And he gets a hold of this one. How far is this one going to go? That ball is high. That ball is far. This ball game is now tied, folks. Home run, Al Cowens. And just like that, Kansas City gets 2 runs here and has this game tied up at 4 apiece. And that'll bring up Daryl Porter now. And Daryl is 0 for 2 today. 0 for 1 today. He has walked and grounded out to the pitcher. And that'll be a fly ball out the right field. Reggie's got enough room to make the catch. But Kansas City scores 2. And to the top of the 7th we go. Knotted up at 4 apiece. You got the top of the lineup due up here. And Rivers, Randolph, and Munson. Let's see if they can get that runs right back and get the Yankees the lead. Willie is 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And that'll be a base on balls. And the Yankees will take that. They get the go-ahead run on board here, and Rivers down at 1st. That'll bring up Willie Randolph. Willie's 1 for 3 today. Can he at least get that go-ahead run in scoring position here? And I think the Yankees are going to do some hit and run here. He has grounded out. He has struck out and singled his last time up. I'm going to put the runner in motion. And that's going to be a strike. And Mickey's taken off for 2nd on the hit and run. That'll be a 31. 31. So a 61 or lower. He's safe. And he's safe down there at 2nd. So Willie can't come up with the hit and run, but Mickey makes it down to 2nd on a stolen base. So the runner's in scoring position now with nobody out. See if old Willie can deliver here. See how many stolen bases that is for Rivers on this season. And that's Mickey's 10th stolen base of the year. So runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Randolph. Is still 1 for 3. He has grounded out in singles. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 56 on a 9 might be fielding column 2. And it is. And he's going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. And that'll be out number 1. So the go-ahead run now down at second for the captain, Thurman Munson. And Thurman is 1 for 3 today. See if Munson can deliver here. And the runner was supposed to hold, and it'll take forever to get him back here because this game's being so slow. Swore I'll put that in there as Steve Tate joins us here. Yeah. I swore I'll put the runner to hold down there because I didn't want to do it this way. That's for sure, because this is taking forever. Ground ball down the short. Runner at second's going to hold. And now Munson's up with 1 out and runner in scoring position. Can Thurman deliver here, folks? Say Munson is 1 for 3 with a single. And he has doubled, struck out, and grounded out. Can he get a run in here for the Yankees? That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Let's see here. 43, right field. Roll another dice. 4. And that'll be a 37, a 19. He's going to stay put. So that'll be out number 2. And the leadoff batter still down there at second after getting on base and stealing. So it's up to the Mr. Jackson here. Reginald Buck Johnson. Reginald Martinez Jackson. Can the straw that stirs the drink come through? He singled in this game. He is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be popped up down the second. And Frank White makes the catch. And the leadoff batter goes nowhere. Stays at second. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's tied up 4 apiece. You got Otis, Clint Hurdle, and Freddie Packett due up here. And Otis is 0 for 2. He has flown out the right and the center. And that's going to be a base on balls. Just like that, Kansas City gets the leadoff batter aboard here in a tie ball game. Yankees looking to turn 2 here with Clint Hurdle up. See if they can get out of this mess with nobody scoring. Clint is 1 for 2 today. And here's the pitch to Clint. And that is hit in the left field. Roy White makes the play. Too many whites. And that'll be out number 1. And up to the plate now is Freddie Packett, and Freddie is 1 for 2. He has that 2-run homer in this game. Runner down at first, 1 out. Again, the Yankees still looking for that ground ball double play, and that ball's hit down the Nettles. Can he turn this double play here, folks? I don't think he's going to on this one. His only play, that's a slow roller, is the throw over to first. So the runner will get in the scoring position now with 2 outs. And we got Frank White due up here. Frank is 0 for 2. Can Ed get out of this with nobody scoring like the Yankees did in the top of the inning with a runner down at second? At least this time the runner ain't down there until there's 2 outs. And Frank is flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball right back to the mound. That ball is going to be grounded down to first. Chambliss fires over to Ed covering. And that'll be out number 3. And the Kansas City Royals strand 1. We go to the top of the 8th. We're still tied up at 4 apiece. We got Piniella, Chambliss, and Nettles due up here. They did some damage back in the 4th. Can they do it again? Lou is 3 for 3 today with an RBI. He has singled all 3 times. Here's the pitch to him. And they don't want no parts of Lou. He walks on down to first. Now the time go ahead runs at first. And is at the plate. Chambliss is 1 for 3. He had a 2 RBI double his last time up. Can you get an RBI double here and drive in Lou? Here's the pitch to Chris. And that's going to be against the lefty. 15. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Wilson's got it for out number 1. So now Greg Nettles is up at the plate. He is 2 for 3. And if I remember correctly, he doubled his last time up. Again, you got the leadoff batter down at first. He's still down there. And Nettles is 2 for 3. He has singled, grounded out to short, and doubled. He drove in a run. And that's going to be a ground ball down to first. And maybe that'll make it through. And that will make it through into right field for a single. And that'll be first and second now. Nice job by Nettles. Hits it right through the hole there with them holding the runner on. So we got first and second. Still only 1 out. And then Roy White comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Go-ahead run is down at second in scoring position. And Lou's not the most fleet of foot. It'd probably take a double to score him. White has grounded out the second. He's singled and reached second on an error and flew out the center. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. That'll be out number 2. So it's up to Bucky Dent. Can Bucky Dent stick to the Kansas City Royals here and drive in the go-ahead run here in the 8th? Bucky's 0 for 3, so he might be due. This will probably be Paul's last inning. Might even be his last batter here. Bucky grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be against the lefty, 13. And that's going to be a nice play down at second by Frank White. He's going to fire over to first after getting to that ball. Robs Dent of a base hit, and that ends the inning. The Yankees strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And the top of the order due up here in Kansas City as Philip Reynolds joins us. Philip Reynolds says he's on his last turn of the red, white, and blue project he's doing. And Willie is 1 for 3. He tripled his last time up and came around to score. Here's the pitch to Wilson. And he gets a hold of this one again. He's figured out Ed his last 2 at-bats here. And that's going to be a single beats out an infield hit. So Wilson's aboard here. Question is, how long will Willie stay down there? And he's probably going to be taking off here, trying to get in the scoring position with his speed. So it'll be a -5 to whatever his steal rating is. See if Munson can throw him out. So a 26. So a 52 or lower, he's in there. And a 54, Thurman Munson guns it down the second. Randolph applies the tag, and they catch the speedster in. Just like out now, there's one out, nobody on. Nice job by Munson. Nice job by Figueroa holding him on. And that'll be one out. And Tom is up. He is 0 for 3. He has flown out to right. He has flown out the left, and he is grounded out the second. Here's the pitch to Tom. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. I thought for sure it was going to be a base hit. That's what always happens after somebody gets thrown out. And McCray steps up now. 2 outs, nobody on for Hal McCray. And McCray is 0 for 3. So we look at the pitchers who've given up the most home runs so far in 78. And McCray has struck out, flown out, and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty 18. And that's going to be a nice play down at short by Buck Dent. He shows some leather, fires over to Chambliss, and that'll end the inning. So Wilson gets on with the single, but gets thrown out, stealing. We go to the top of the ninth, the top of the order due up. And they'll have a relief pitcher in here for Paul. As he was getting roughed up a little bit. You got some lefties coming up, a lefty, a righty, then a righty. So they might stay with the righty. Let's see who they'll go with here. This is the first game of this series, so I don't know who's rested in the bullpen and who's not. So we'll take a look here. As we are pleased waiting. Okay, here. Looks like the bullpen's fully rested, so I guess go who with. Let's go who we want here. And I think we're going to go with need a righty. I think we're going to go with the bird, the bird, bird, bird. The bird's the word. Have you heard that the bird's the word? Doug Bird's going to come in here and try to keep this a 4-4 ball game. They'll be facing Rivers, Randolph, and Munson here in the top of the ninth. Yankees trying to win this game in the top of the ninth so they don't have to go to extras. Read all about it. And Mickey is 0 for 3. He did walk and stole a bases last time up. The Yankees will take that again, and this time get him across the plate to win this game, maybe. And this will be the Bird's 6th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 9.64 ERA. Here's the pitch delivered. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And Tom's got it for out number 1 as Carlos joins us here. And we got Willie Randolph up. Willie is 1 for 4. Can he do something here? Yankees need a base runner or a big swing and a bat to get the lead here. And Willie is singled. He is grounded out, struck out, and grounded out twice rather the short. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Yankees will take it. So now you got the go-ahead run down at first. And Thurman Munson at the plate. See if Munson can deliver here. And let's see. A D and a 32. A D after the 6th inning with any number out. So Willie's going to take off. A 32. Willie's not going to wait around here. A 62 or lower, Willie will be safe. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Willie takes off for second. He makes it down there. He's in scoring position now. 1 out. Let's see if Thurman. You can see if Thurman Munson can get a hit here. Munson is, what did I just do here? Munson is 1 for 4 with a double and just a double. Just a double. See if he can get a double here. A single might even score Willie. And that's going to be a 38. That's going to probably be a rare play. Pass ball of a 0. If the catcher's a 0 or 1 ball, and he's a 2. So a pass ball is going to get the runner down the third. How about that, folks? Kansas City's trying to blow this game. Darryl Porter screws the pooch here. Lets the ball get by. And now the runner's 90 feet away. And force the infield in. Let's see what. Is this game going to crash on me here in the 9th inning? Alrighty, here's the 1-0 pitch to Munson. And that's going to be hit down the third. 30 out. Collins is not a great fielding third baseman. That'll be a 2 on a 19. First on air, the runner's going to score. That's an E5, folks. And the Kansas City Royals are screwing the pooch here. A pass ball, an error. And now the Yankees got a 5-4 lead here. Runner on first and Reggie Jackson up. And he gives the Yankees some insurance runs here. You got the righty, a lefty, and a righty. So the Goose is up in the bullpen along with Sparky Lau. And it's now 5-4 ball game. Jackson is 1 for 4. He's singled, flown out, popped up. And that's going to be a 22. That's going to be a hit by pitch unless he's an HB0. He's not. And he just hit Reggie. And the Yankees ain't happy at all. They come out of the dugout, but I don't think he's going to walk the insurance run down the second. Hit the insurance run down the second. And this guy is red hot. Lou Piniella. Blue is a perfect 3 for 3 with an RBI today. And that's going to be against the righty. And he's going to be 4 for 4 today, folks. That's going to be a single, and that's going to fill the bases. And that's going to be it for the bird. The bird is caught at a pass ball in air. So just like that, the Yankees making some real noise, and they're going to bring in a lefty here. You got Chambliss, Nettles, and all coming up. And Steve's going to come in the game here, as that's it for the bird. Kansas City needs a double play in the worst way. Can Chris Chambliss hit one here and bust this game wide open? Yankees got a 5-4 lead on a single, a stolen base, a pass ball, and an error. Bases are full of Yankees everywhere you look. You got Munson at third, Jackson at second, Pinella at first rather, and Chambliss at the plate. It'll be the 12th appearance of the year. He's 1-2 with a 5.23 ERA. Chambliss is 1 for 4 with 2 RBI double today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2 here? 61-9. That's going to be good. 61, that'll be fielding column 2. Safe at first, runner out at, well, do they bring the infield in? I think they got to bring the infield in, don't they? For the double play. Safe at first, runner out at second. Oh, there's a Vance, and they can't. That's batter out at first, a double play. So it is going to be a double play because of Chambliss being slow. And that'll end the inning. So that's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. Kansas City gets out of the bases loaded. Steve comes in, does the job. But is it too little too late as the Yankees take a 5-4 lead into the bottom of the ninth? And the Goose is coming out of the bullpen here, folks. Can Goose get his, I think, 6th save of the year? He'll be facing Callens, Porter, and Otis. So you'll have the 3, 4, 5 hitters up here. This game's not over yet. Sparky Lau is up in the. If it gets to those lefties, though, the game will probably be over. Now, Callens is 1 for 3 today. He has that home run his last time up to tie this ball game up. And this will be Goose's 10th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with 7 saves. Can he get number 8 here? And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Bucky calls for it, makes the catch for out number 1. And Daryl Porter comes to the plate now. Porter is 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out that the pitcher walked and flew out the right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now. And Amos Otis, Kansas City down to the last out. A 5-4 ball game. Can Goose nail it down here? Amos is 0 for 2. He has flown out the center, flown out the right, and walked the last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to end the ball game, folks. The Yankees win on a single, a stolen base, a pass ball, and an error, and take this game 5-4. Take a look at the box score here. Yankees 5 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. Kansas City 4 runs on only 5 hits and 2 errors. He was very productive. You had Lou Piniella 4 for 4. Greg Nettles 3 for 4. And Chambliss 1 for 5 with that 2 RBI double. Yankees 5 for 17 with the runners in scoring position. Left 10 men on base. You had Willie Wilson 2 for 4. He was about the only one that had it figured out, but he got caught stealing as Thurman Munson gunned him down at second. That was a big play. He was only 1 for 3 though, with runners in scoring position. Like I say, productive. Only left 2 men on base. Ed Figueroa goes 8 innings, picks up his 5th win, 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. Did give up 2 home runs though. Goose comes in, pitches an inning, gets his 8th save, and gets a strikeout. Paul Splittoff goes 8 innings, no decision, 11 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. The Bird comes in, not all his fault. Pitches a third of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 1. Steve comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, shuts him down, but it wasn't enough as the Yankees win 5-4. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. You got the Brewers going to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the White Sox win 6-5 on 14 hits and 3 errors. The Brewers 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. And you got the Angels traveling to Cleveland to take on the Tribe. And the Angels win 4-3 on 11 hits and no errors. Indians 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Then you got the A's going to Detroit to take on the Tigers. And the Tigers win a slugfest by 1. A walk-off win at that. Tigers 9 runs, 16 hits, and 1 error. The A's 8 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. And you got Baltimore traveling to Texas, take on the Rangers. That's a hell of a pitching matchup. Let's see what happens here with Palmer and Matlack. Watch it end up being a slugfest since I'd said about being a pitching matchup. And like I said, it ends up being a slugfest, man. They beat up on Palmer, didn't they? 9 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Rangers. The Orioles 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. As MV joins us. No Mickey on this channel this time. MV. It's 78. Well, we did have Mickey. We had Mickey Rivers. Mickey Rivers was Mickey Rivers a better outfielder MV than that other 5-tool guy you talk about? The Mariners against the Blue Jays here. Like messing with MV. We all know who the best 5-tool player is. He played in New York, and it wasn't for the stinking Giants, wasn't MV? And the Mariners beat up on the Blue Jays 6-2 on 13 hits and an error. Blue Jays 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Mickey be quick, man. Yeah, Mickey Rivers was fast. He was fast. I will say that. You're right there, MV. Yep. He was fast. No doubt about that. Let's take a look at the standings here. And the Yankees are now 3 games up on the Red Sox. And 4.5 back out of the Brewers. 5 games back is Detroit Tigers. The Jays are 8 games back. And then you got the Orioles, surprisingly, 10.5 games back. And the Indians, 11 games back. And out west, the Twins are 5 games up on the White Sox, 6 games up on the A's. Angels 8.5 back. The Mariners 9.5, along with the surprising Kansas City Royals 9.5 games back, and the Texas Rangers are 10.5 games back. In the National League, you got the Pirates leading out in the East by half a game over the Phillies, so it's an all Pennsylvania leaderboard there. Expos a game back, Chicago 2.5, the Mets 9, and the Cardinals 10. And out west, you got the Dodgers 4.5 games up on them stinking Giants. Padres are 5.5. Astros 7.5. The Cincinnati Reds 8. And my lonely Atlanta Braves by themselves 8.5 games back. Ralph Gar's leading with a 397 batting average in the American League. Reggie with 12 homers. And Mr. Rice is taking over the RBI lead with 31. In the National League, Willie Montez with a 400 batting average. George Foster's leading in home runs with 9 and RBIs with 28. Pitching is 077 for Dave Gotts. You got Larry Sorensen with 6 wins, and Rick Gossage just picked up his 8th save. In the National League, you got Don Robinson with a 1.09 ERA. Boatload of pitchers with 5 wins, and Raleigh Fingers and Bruce with 6 saves. Jim Rice has taken over the MVP voting, and Larry Sorensen's got the Cy Young right now, voting in the American League. You got George Foster in the National League, and you got Steve Rogers in the lead for Cy Young. And let's see who the next matchup will be here with these Yankees and Royals. It looks like it's going to be a nice pitching matchup. It looks like it's going to be Louisiana Lightning, the Gator, Ron Guidry, going up against Dennis Leonard. I believe that's going to be the next game here, if it ever loads. I'm going to have to probably email Mark. Something's wrong. It's taking too long for stuff to load. Taking too long, my opinion. I don't think it's just me. Maybe it is. Yep, you got Guidry against Leonard. So that should be a hell of a pitching matchup. I want to thank MV. Check out his great channel. Carlos. Philip Reynolds. Check out his channel. Steve Tate. Check out his channel. Jimmy Jam. Legend Sports Universe. Check out his great stuff over on his channel. And the first one in the park, Aaron Reed. Check out his channel, folks. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Man, hit that bell. And on your way out of Kansas City, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great evening and take care.